Welcome to the Madison Miller Podcast. Today is Tuesday, August 30th, 2022. Today I'm going to recap yesterday's Major League Baseball games, look ahead to today's games. We'll recap yesterday's action in the U.S. Open, look ahead to today's matches, outside linebacker rankings, news and notes. We'll recap the VMAs because we didn't get a chance to do so on yesterday's show, and my best bet of the day. We'll start with Major League Baseball. We'll go over the games from yesterday and look ahead to the games being played tonight. Dodgers over the Marlins 3-2 and 10. The Dodgers are 89-38, Miami 55-73. Craig Kimbrell the win. Huascar Brazobin the loss, and getting the save, Chris Martin. Cardinals over the Reds 13-4. Cardinals 75-34. Cincinnati 50-77. Chris Stratton the win, and Chase Anderson the loss. Blue Jays over the Cubs 5-4 in 11 innings on a walk-off single by Danny Jansen. Toronto 69-58, Chicago 55-74. Yimi Garcia the win, and Mark Leiter Jr. the loss. Twins over the Red Sox 4-2. The Twins are 66-61. Boston 62-67. Caleb Thielbar the win. Brayan Bello the loss, and Jorge Lopez with the save. Brewers over the Pirates 7-5. The Brewers are 68-59. Pittsburgh 48-80. Devin Williams the win, and Will Crowe the loss. Angels over the Yankees 4-3. Angels 56-73. Yankees 78-51. Jose Suarez the win. Frankie Montas the loss, and Jimmy Herget the save. D-backs over the Phillies 13-7. D-backs came back from 7-0 down. Madison Bumgarner booed off the mound. D-backs rally. They're 60-67. Phillies 72-57. Getting the win was Luis Frias, and the loss, Christopher Sanchez. Terrible loss for the Philadelphia Phillies. Terrible. And the Padres over the Giants 6-5. The Padres are 71-59. San Francisco 61-66. Mike Clevenger to win. Carlos Rodon the loss. And getting the save for San Diego, Nick Martinez. All right, now we look ahead to tonight's game. 6 o'clock, you have the Orioles at the Guardians. Big matchup here. Holy crap. Who would have thought this would be a big series before the year? But it is. Spencer Watkins and Cal Quantrill. So the Orioles playing meaningful games into September, which is insane to think about. Guardians minus 154, Orioles plus 130, over under 8, overs minus 115, unders minus 105. Orioles plus 1.5 is minus 162, Guardians minus 1.5 is plus 134. I'm going to go with the under, but I don't feel good about it. 6:30, Cardinals Reds, Dakota Hudson and Justin Dunn. Cards minus 215, Reds plus 180, over under 10, overs minus 120, unders minus 102, Cardinals minus 1.5 is minus 137, Reds plus 1.5 is plus 114. I'm going Reds run line plus 114. Over 40% chance to win the game. Rays Marlins, Shane McClanahan and Jesus Luzardo. Rays 2-1 favorites, Marlins plus 168, over under 6.5, overs minus 106, unders minus 114. Rays minus 1.5 is minus 102, Marlins plus 1.5 is minus 118. For this one, I'm unsure. I like the over with the thought of 6.5 is just too low. 7 o'clock, you have the A's at the Nationals, Cole Irvin and Eric Feed. It's a pick of minus 108 each way, over under 8.5, overs minus 104, unders minus 118. A's minus 1.5 is plus 150, Nats plus 1.5 is minus 182. It's 50.8 to 49.2 on ESPN Analytics in favor of Oakland, so I'm going to go with the Athletics at minus 108. Just a 8/10, 4/5 of a value. Cubs Blue Jays, Marcus Stroman and Kevin Gossman. Blue Jays minus 15, Cubs plus 180, over under 7.5, overs minus 118, unders minus 104. Cubs plus 1.5 is minus 120, Blue Jays minus 1.5 is even money. For this game, I'm going to go with the under, but I don't feel good about it. Dodgers Mets, big games here for the Mets. Andrew Heaney and Taijuan Walker. Dodgers minus 142, Mets plus 120, over under 8.5, overs minus 114, unders minus 106. Dodgers minus 1.5 is plus 116, Mets plus 1.5 is minus 140. I like the under. Don't feel strong about it, though. Mariners Tigers, George Kirby and Matt Manning. Mariners minus 176, Tigers plus 148, over under 8, overs minus 102, unders minus 120. Mariners -1.5 and Tigers +1.5 is -110 each way. Tigers run lines to pick +1.5 and -110. Matt Manning's been decent so far. I think the Mariners are overvalued. I'm just not going with the outright win for the Tigers because the Mariners need the games. But I'm going to go with the Tigers run line +1.5 at -110. 7:20 Rockies Braves. Jose Urena and Max Fried. Braves -390, Rockies +310, over under 8.5, overs -104, unders -118, Rockies +1.5 is +138, Braves -1.5 is -166. I'm going with the over. Red Sox Twins at 7:30, Cutter Crawford and Chris Archer. Twins -134, Red Sox +116, over under 9, overs -105, unders -115. Red Sox +1.5 is -178, Twins -1.5 is +146. For this one, I'm going to go with the over. 8 o'clock, Astros Rangers, Framber Valdez and Dane Dunning. Astros -172, Rangers +144, over under 7.5, overs -102, unders -120. Astros -1.5 is +106, Rangers +1.5 is -128. I like the over, but I don't feel strong about it. Royals White Sox, Brady Singer and Lucas Giolito. White Sox -134, Royals +114, over under 8, overs -105, unders -115. Royals +1.5 is -182, White Sox -1.5 is +150. I'm going to go with the over here too. Pirates Brewers, Mitch Keller and Jason Alexander. Brewers -178, Pirates +150, over under 9, overs -104, unders -114. Pirates +1.5 is -138. Brewers -1.5 is +115. Don't feel good about it, but I'm going with the over again. 9:30 Yankees Angels, Jameson Taillon and Mike Myers. I thought Garrett Cole was pitching tonight. I guess I was wrong. Yanks are -172. Angels +144. Over under 8.5. Overs -118. Just went up to -120. Unders -102. Yankees -1.5 and Angels +1.5 is -110 each way. Yankees run line just went to even money, and Angels run line went to -120. So this game is being bet crazy. It's crazy how far the Yankees have fallen. Like, everyone and their mother is betting on the Angels right now. And the Angels run line has value. +1.5 at -118. I'm going there too. Phillies D-backs, Aaron Nola and Zach Allen. Good pitching matchup. Phillies -142, D-backs +120, over under 7.5, overs even money, there's -122. Phillies -1.5 is +125, D-backs +1.5 is -150. Jesus, Yankees, Angels, run line and total keep moving on the fly. It's insane. All right, for this one, I'm going Diamondbacks +120. They're 50.9 to win according to ESPN Analytics. Padres Giants, Blake Snell and Logan Webb. Padres -126, Giants +108, over under 7.5, overs -108, unders -112. Padres -1.5 is +142, Giants +1.5 is -172. I'm going with the Giants as a dog. They are +108, and they're 61.1% to win according to ESPN Analytics. That is insane. All right, now I'll move on to tennis. We will go over the results from yesterday and looking ahead to today's matches. We'll start with the men's. 23 seed Nick Kyrgios over Thanasi Kokkinakis in 3 sets. Benjamin Bonzi over Ugo Humbert in 5 sets. Daniel Galan upsets 4 seed Stefanos Tsitsipas in 4 sets. Pedro Chassin over Elijas Bedin in 5 sets. Brandon Holt upsets 10 seed Taylor Fritz in 4 sets. Jordan Thompson over Lorenzo Sonego in 5 sets. Jack Draper over Emil Ruusuvuori in 3 sets. Alexander Bublik over Hugo Gaston in 3 sets. 21 seed Botic van de Zandschulp over Tomas Machnik in 5 sets. Thiago Monteiro over Alex Molcan in 4 sets. Christian Garin over Jiri Lecheka in 4 sets. 18 seed Alex Demeanor over Phil Krajovic in 3 sets. 6 seed Felix Auger-Aliassime over Alexander Richard in 4 sets. 12 seed Pablo Carreno Busta over Dominic Thiem in 4 sets. 27 seed Karen Kakdevov over Dennis Kudla in 4 sets. Nuno Borges over Ben Shelton in 5 sets. Corentin Motet over Stan Wawrinka in 2 sets and a walkover. Hugo Greener over Tomas Echeverry in 4 sets. Yibing Wu over 31 seed Nicolas Bishvili in 3 sets. 5 seed Casper Ruud over Kyle Edmund in 3 sets. 13 seed Matteo Berrettini over Nicholas Jarry in 3 sets. Martin Fucsovics over 30 seed Maxime Cressy in 3 sets and a walkover. 1 seed Daniil Medvedev over Stefan Kozlov in 3 sets. Tim Van Rijthoven over Zhang Zhejian in 5 sets. JJ Wolf over 16 seed Roberto Bautista Agut in 3 sets. Francisco Cerundolo over Andy Murray. Vice versa. Andy Murray over 24 seed Francisco Cerundolo in 3 sets. I read that incorrectly. Sorry, guys. Sebastian Corda over Facundo Bagnis in 4 sets. Quinton Hayes over, Arthur Rinderknecht over Quinton Halys in 4 sets. Alejandro Tabio over Camille Majrak in 4 sets. Emilio Nava over John Millman in 5 sets. Alejandro Dadovich Fokina over Yoshihito Nishioka in 3 sets. And last but not least, 29 Tommy Paul over Bernabe Zapta Morales in 5 sets. Thomas Echeverry and Pablo Andujar, as well as Hugo Deleon and 13 Matteo Berrettini, both canceled. All right, day 2 of the first round. 11 o'clock. 17 Cameron Norrie and Benoit Paire will go Norrie in 3. 17 seed Grigor Dimitrov and Steve Johnson are going Dimitrov in 4. Taro Daniel and Richard Gosquet will go Daniel in 5. Joao Sousa Mackenzie McDonald. That's what I'm going with, Sousa over McDonald. Let's go 5 sets. Brandon Nakashima and Pavel Kodov will go Nakashima in 4. Sebastian Baez in 3 seed Carlos Alcaraz. We're going to go Alcaraz in 3. James Duckworth and Christopher O'Connell will go Duckworth in 4. Laszlo Dare and 9 seed Andrei Rublev. We're going to go Rublev in 4. 12-15 Jiri Vesely and 20 seed Dan Evans. We'll go Evans in 4. And by the way, Baez Alcaraz is 12. Duckworth O'Connell and Dare Rublev are also 12-15. Peter Gojovic and 28 seed Holger Rune. We'll go Rune in 4. Talon Grigspor and Federico Coria. We'll go Coria in 4. 32 seed Milmer Kekmavik and Lerner Tain. We're going to go Kekmavik in 4. John Isner and Federico Del Bonis. We'll go Isner in 5. Fernando Verdasco and Sunwoo Kwon. We're going to go with Verdasco in 5. 130 Pedro Martinez and Christopher Eubanks. We're Martinez in 3. Daniel Altmaier and 11 seed Jannik Sinner. We're going to go Sinner in 3. 215 David Goffin and 26 seed Lorenzo Musetti. We'll go David Goffin an upset in 5. Adrian Manarino and Gilles Brouwer. We're going to go Manarino in 4. Sam Querrey and Ilya Ivashka. We're going to go Querrey in 3. 25 seed Borna Koric and Enzo Kokod. We're going to go Koric in 4. 15 seed Marine Cilic and Maximilian Martyr. We're going to go Cilic in 4. 18 Hubert Hurkacz and Oscar Ott. We're going to go Hurkacz in 3. Jensen Brooksby and Dusan Lajovic. We'll go Lajovic in 4. Norbert Gombos and Albert Ramos Vinolas. We'll go Ramos Vinolas in 4. 330 Jaume Munar and Roberto Karelbas Baina. We're going to go Karelbas Baina in 3. Alexei Poprian and Chunsin Sang. We're going to Popperin in 3. Jason Kubler and Mikhail Yamur. We're going to go with Kubler in 5. Fabio Fognini and Ajan Karastev. We're going to go Fognini in 4. 19 Denis Shapovalov and Mark Huesler. We're going to go Shapovalov in 4. 6 o'clock, Marcos Garone and 22 seed Francis Tiafoe. Go Tiafoe in 4. 7 o'clock, Rinky Hijikata and 2 seed Rafael Nadal in 3. And 14 seed Diego Schwartzman and Jack Sock would go Schwartzman in 3. And by the way, I picked Nadal to win the Grand Slam here in the men's. And my women's pick, I don't remember who I went with. I'll think of it. All right, now we'll go over the results from women's yesterday and look ahead to today's matches. First round, 14-team Leylah Fernandez over Oshane Dodin in 2 sets. Victoria Kuzmova over Sarah Sorribes Tomo in 2 sets. Ludmila Samsonova over Sarah Bijlik in 2 sets. Alexandra Krunik over Elena Avesnian in 2 sets. Serena Williams over Denka Kovnik in 2 sets. Anna Carolina Schmidlova over Nadia Podroska in 2 sets. 2 seed Annette Kontaveit over Jacqueline Christian in 2 sets. 23 seed Barbora Krejcikova over Fernanda Cortez Contreras Gomez in 2 sets. 31 seed Shelby Rogers over Rankster Russ in 3 sets. Alja Tonjevic over Carolina Muchova in 2 sets. Sui Zhang over 30 seed Jill Teekman in 2 sets. Elena Rus over Daria Savali in 3 sets. Rebecca Marino over Magdalena French in 2 sets. 5 seed Ons Jabeur over Madison Bringle in 2 sets. Evgenia Rudina upsets 27 seed Martina Trevisan in 2 sets. 20 seed Madison Keys over Diana Yastremka in 2 sets. Wang Ziyu over Diane Parry in 3 sets. Harriet Dart upsets 10 seed Daria Kastakina in 3 sets. Camelia Georgi over Anna Bondar in 3 sets. 15 seed Beatrice Haddad Maya over Anna Konja in 2 sets. 12 seed Coco Gauff over Leolia Wanjin in 2 sets. Dalma Galfi over Nuria Parizas Diaz in 2 sets. Marina Zainveska over Coco Vandeweghe in 2 sets. Wow, this is a crazy one. Darius Sneager upsets 7 seed Simona Halep in 3 sets. Elizabeth Mandic over Tamara Zinacek in 3 sets. Bianca Andreescu over Harmony Tan in 3 sets. Anna Kalinskia over Rebecca Peterson in 2 sets. 29 seed Aliskin Risk over Elena Yu in 2 sets. 3 seed Maria Sakkari over Tajana Maria in 3 sets. 17 seed Caroline Garcia over Camelia Rigmova in 2 sets. 18 seed Veronika Kudermetova over Donna Vecik in 2 sets. And Camelia Osorio over An Lee in 3 sets. All right, now we look ahead to today's sets. 11 o'clock, Kaya Kanepi and Teresa Martinkova. We're going to go with Kanepi in 2. Victoria Golubic and 8 seed Jessica Pegula go Pegula in 2. 1 seed Iga Swiatek over Jasmine Paolini. We're going to go Swiatek in 2. 9 seed Gabrielle Magruska and Clara Tauson. We're going to go Magruska in 2. Marie Buskova and Linda Niskova. We're going to go Buskova in 2. Qinwen Zhang and 16 seed Jelena Ostapenko in 2. Laura Siegman and Serena Sarista. We're going to go Siegman in 3. 22 seed Carolina Pliskova and Magda Linette. We're going to go Pliskova in 3. Linda Fruhvirtova and Xinyu Wang. We're going to go Wang in 3. Catherine Harrison and 6 seed Arena Sablenka with Sablenka in 2. 12-15 Claire Liu and Anastasia Potapova. We're going to go Potapova in 2. Great Menon and Solana Stevens. We're going to go Stevens in 2. 1 o'clock, Andrea Petrovic and 13-seed Belinda Bencic. We're going to go Bencic in 3. Erica Andreeva and 21-seed Petra Kvitova. We're going to go Kvitova in 3. 25-seed Elena Rybinka and Claire Burrell. We're going to go Rybinka in 2. Elizabeta Cocharetto and Alexandra Sasnovic. We're going to go Sasnovic in 2. Bernarda Pera and Analina Kalania. We're going to go Pera in 2. 2 o'clock, Allison Van Utevenk and Venus Williams. We're going to go with Van Utevenk in 3. 2:15, 32-seed Elise Mertens and Arena Camelia Begu. We're going to go Mertens in 2. 4-seed Paula Badosa and Lizia Sarenka. We're going to go Badosa in 3. Varvara Gracheva and Petra Martic. We're going to go Martic in 2. Yui Yuan and Jamie Forolis. We're going to go Yuan in 2. Lauren Davis and Lucia Bronzetti. We're going to go Davis in 2. 4:15, Mayar Sheriff and Marta Kostyuk. We're going to go Kostyuk in 2. Peyton Stearns in 2018, Ekaterina Alexandrova. We're going to go with Alexandrova in 2. Kaja Juvan and Christina Buska. We're going to go Buska in 3. Sophia Kennan and Jewel Niemeyer. We're going to go with, or Niemeyer. We're going to go Kennan in 2. Taylor Towson and Katerina Siniakova. We're going to go Siniakova in 3. Ashlyn Kruger in 2016, Victoria Azarenka. We're going to go Azarenka in 3. 24-seed Amanda Anisimova and Yulia Puntseva. We're going to go with Anisimova in 3. 7 o'clock, 11-seed Emma Raducanu and Elise Cornett. We're going to go Raducanu in 2. And here's a good one, 9 o'clock, Naomi Osaka, 19-seed Danielle Collins. We're going to go Collins in 3, but I don't feel good about it. My pick when the women's side forgot to reveal, I'm going to go chalk and say Iga Swiatek wins. I don't feel good about it. I want to pick Elise Mertens, and I want to pick Emma Raducanu, but I'm going to go with Swiatek to win the women's side. All right, now move on to my outside linebacker rankings. There are 50 players on the list. There is one team that doesn't have any quote-unquote outside linebackers that are considered inside linebackers because of how they do their defense. There's other teams that have 2 linebackers as well, but one weak side and one Mike, which is the middle. So without further ado, here we go. 50, Tate Crowder, New York Giants. 49, Chris Board, Detroit Lions. 48, Garrett Wallow, Houston Texans. 47, Quincy Williams, New York Jets. 46, Raekwon McMillan, New England Patriots. 45, Christian Harris, Houston Texans. 44, Caden Ellis, New Orleans Saints. 43, Divine the Elbow, Las Vegas Raiders. 44, Darrell Taylor, Seattle Seahawks. 41, Joe Tyrone Shoyinka, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 40, Hameen Davis, Washington Commanders. 39, Willie Gray Jr., Kansas City Chiefs. 38, Trayvon Walker, Jacksonville Jaguars. 37, Patrick Green, Baltimore Ravens. 36, Jalen Phillips, Miami Dolphins. 35, Azeez Ojulari, New York Giants. 34, Kaiser White, Philadelphia Eagles. 33, Mykal Walker, Atlanta Falcons. 32, Lorenzo Carter, Atlanta Falcons. 31, Marcus Golden, Arizona Cardinals. 30, Justin Hollins, Los Angeles Rams. 29, Frankie Louvu, Carolina Panthers. 28, Dennis Gardeck, Arizona Cardinals. 27, Uchenna Nwosu, Seattle Seahawks. 26, Harold Landry III, Tennessee Titans. 25, Dre Greenlaw, San Francisco 49ers. 24, Alex Highsmith, Pittsburgh Steelers. 23, Roquan Smith, Chicago Bears. 22, Bud Dupree, Tennessee Titans. 21, Hassan Reddick, Philadelphia Eagles. 20, Matt Milano, Buffalo Bills. 19, Bradley Chubb, Denver Broncos. 18, Leonard Floyd, Los Angeles Rams. 17, Shaq Thompson, Carolina Panthers. 16, Pete Werner, New Orleans Saints. 15, Josh Allen, Jacksonville Jaguars. 14, Matt Judon, New England Patriots. 13, Randy Gregory, Denver Broncos. 12, Zadarius Smith, Minnesota Vikings. 11, Preston Smith, Green Bay Packers. 10, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, Cleveland Browns. 9, Melvin Ingram, Miami Dolphins. 8, Justin Houston, Baltimore Ravens. 7, Rashawn Gary, Green Bay Packers. 6, Shaq Barrett, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 5, Daniil Hunter, Minnesota Vikings. 4, Micah Parsons, Dallas Cowboys. 3, Khalil Mack, Los Angeles Chargers. 2, Joey Bosa, Los Angeles Chargers. And number 1, T.J. Watt, Pittsburgh Steelers. Watt's deserving of this number 1 spot. Now, a year ago, I made the case that he had more to grow as a player, and he really took his game up another level and won the Defensive Player of the Year this past year. Joey Bosa is a clear number 2 for me. His teammate Mack right there. Micah Parsons in the top 4 after a fabulous rookie year. Daniil Hunters is still really good. I just think he's become underrated at this point. Shaq Barrett on a defense that won the Super Bowl a few years ago. Rashawn Gary's improving year after year after year, and it's amazing that he's in the top 10. Justin Houston and Melvin Ingram, 2 veterans that really I don't think you could argue are top 100 players in the NFL anymore. They're in the latter halves of their careers, but the position is so weak that they had to be in the top 10. And Owusu-Koramoah, really good young linebacker on the Browns. And like I said, this position is very weak. And to me, there was a clear top 26, and then it was a drop-off from there. And in the top 26, obviously, there's different tiers. Like, there's the top 2, and then Mac Parsons, Hunter, Barrett, and then Gary probably right there with them. The 2 veterans I just talked about, then Owusu-Koramoah. And then there's a couple of veterans and some young guys mixed in together. But I think the cutoff line in terms of quality starters, in terms of outside linebacker, is 26. And as you may have noticed, that there are 2 players that I had initially in the defensive end rankings that I had to move to outside linebacker because of how their specific team recently, since I did the defensive end rankings, changed their depth chart a little bit and moved Bradley Chubb and Randy Gregory of the Broncos, respectively, to outside linebackers from defensive end. So both those players are now in the outside linebacker rankings. And then I had to change up the defensive end rankings a little bit, as I have now Deshaun Williams of the Denver Broncos at 37 in the defensive end rankings, and I have Draymond Jones at 25 in the defensive end rankings from the Broncos. So just a change a little bit there in defensive end rankings that I wanted to allude to. Okay, now I'll move on to the news and notes from today. Some really big stories from yesterday, and for me, the biggest story is in the NBA. The New York Knicks have extended, or on the verge of extending, R.J. Barrett, 4-year rookie extension worth up to $120 million. Well deserved for R.J. Barrett, and good job on the Knicks front office by paying on future projection rather than past performance. That's how it should be in all sports. The NBA does it better than anybody, and the Knicks actually had a deadline for Donovan Mitchell or to extend R.J. Barrett for midnight last night. So they get the Barrett deal done. But I think they meant that in terms of whether RJ Barrett was going to get the extension done. If not, they probably would have potentially threw him into the Donovan Mitchell deal. But maybe they're maybe that wasn't like the real deadline. But they said that was the deadline for Donovan Mitchell. Meanwhile, it's reported that the sides may revisit despite the new contract for RJ Barrett. So RJ Barrett's not going to be in the trade if the Knicks and the Jazz got a deal done for Donovan Mitchell. And that was always going to be the case. The Knicks were never including RJ Barrett in a Donovan Mitchell deal. RJ Barrett's going to be an all-star player, probably. Especially in a weaker Eastern Conference. And RJ is a fan favorite, beloved by the fans. I mean, I think the media doesn't love him as much as the fans do, but I think some Knicks media tend to like him more than the national media. Adrian Wojnarowski, I really was a little upset about how he reported this. He made it out to be a negative because it's going to, quote-unquote, prevent them from getting Donovan Mitchell. But Woj also really wasn't reporting big details when Kevin Durant requested his trade. So I just think that Woj should have done a better, least bias of reporting and said the Knicks lock up RJ Barrett rather than making a negative about how it's going to prevent them from acquiring Donovan Mitchell. I still think they can get Mitchell without including Barrett. And I've been banging that drum. I know the Jazz wanted RJ, but the Knicks said, no, you're not getting RJ Barrett. So, yeah, that was the biggest story of last night. And a well-deserved contract extension for RJ Barrett. Amazing. And breaking news coming down from Shams right now. The NBA's health and safety COVID-19 protocols for the 22-23 season. Once weekly surveillance testing for unvaxxed players. Vaxxed players only test when symptomatic. Isolation immediately upon positive test. And masks are not required. So, a little bit of restrictions, not as much as it was the last two seasons, so that's good. So I think this is the right move here by the NBA. And speaking of the NBA, LeBron and his sons Bronny and Bryce were on the cover of Sports Illustrated to pay homage to the famous Chosen One cover. So that was pretty neat to see. And LeBron was very excited about it on social media. WNBA, Jackie Young wins the WNBA Most Improved Player, 15.9 points per game and 4.4 rebounds per game. So good for Jackie Young. Well-deserved award for her. So some interesting news in soccer. Christian Pulisic was disappointed at the Blues' decision to keep him this summer, so he's staying at Chelsea. So that's very interesting news from soccer. More interesting news that we'll move on to baseball. The Red Sox are keeping Alex Cora and Chaim Bloom despite tumultuous 2022 season. Cora deserves to stay. I think the Red Sox should give their GM one more shot as well. I think they're still kind of living off 2018. But I just think that the Red Sox, I think at least Cora deserves to stay. And the GM, he's still very new, but if things go bad next year, both of them are going to be shown the door, and it won't be pretty. Yankees starter Nestor Cortez will throw this week with return to rotation next week if sessions go well. So that is really good news for the Yankees. Just a short IL stint, just like Clay Holmes, who they got back last night from the injured list. So some good news for the Yankees in terms of pitching in depth. Tony Gonsolin out 2 starts minimum with the forearm strain. So that's brutal news for the Dodgers. They hope he's only going to be out the 2 starts. I think that they can afford to lose Gonsolin right now, but postseason they need him. Especially with Walker Buehler out, they need him. Serena Williams got a U.S. Open tribute as she received an epic video tribute ahead of her final run at the Open. So that was awesome to see. Ndamukong Suh was left off a college football roster as expert Michael Felder had the graphics team change his dream squad when the chat pointed out that he forgot someone. So that was very interesting. How do you forget Ndamukong Suh? All right, some trade rumors in the NFL. Teams are targeting Darius Slayton. Has the Giants gotten some calls on him? I can't believe Darius Slayton's in year 4. That's insane. He's in a contract year. And some teams believe that the Eagles will trade away Jalen Reagor before the 4 o'clock deadline, so that's really interesting. Panthers acquire Laviska Shenault from the Jacksonville Jaguars, so that's an interesting trade. I like it for Carolina. Shenault's change of scenery. But the biggest news of yesterday in football, this is probably bigger than the R.J. Barrett story, but maybe equally as big, is that Jimmy Garoppolo is staying with the 49ers as they are restructuring a 1-year contract with no trade clause to make Garoppolo the highest paid backup quarterback, as the 49ers lowered his guarantee to $6.5 million, but incentive-heavy contract has a chance to be worth up to $17 million. So they're keeping him because I wonder if they don't think that Trey Lance is ready. So that's very interesting. And the 49ers can still trade Jimmy G before the deadline, but must include him in any talks and get his consent for deals. So that's interesting. Brian Robinson says on Instagram that his surgery went well, so that's good. And he's out of the hospital. So that is great news for the Commanders. Rams running backs Darrell Henderson and Cam Akers returned as full participants at Rams practice yesterday, so that's good news. Chiefs cutting Josh Gordon. Although they're open to bringing him back despite releasing him, so that's interesting. Lamar Jackson says that the Ravens did not offer him $250 million guaranteed, so someone's lying here. And breaking news coming down right now is that Man City is close to a move for Dortmund center back Manuel Akanji. So that is really interesting soccer news coming down right now. All right, last but not least, or no, my bad, VMAs. We are going to talk about the results very quickly in terms of the awards and some of the performances. So the main show, Jack Harlow performed First Class, and then Fergie came out and joined him and made a surprise appearance and performed Glamorous, which is where First Class came from. So that was an iconic performance. That's the performance of the show. Lizzo performed About Damn Time and To Be Loved. A band called Blackpink performed Pink Venom. Jay Blavin and Ryan Castro performed The Vel de Perro. Khaled and Marshmello performed Numb. Nicki Minaj did a Michael Jackson video Vanguard medley of All Things Go, Roman's Revenge, Monster, Bees in the Trap, Chun-Li, Moment for Life, Super Bass, Anaconda, and Super Freaky Girl. Eminem and Snoop Dogg performed From the D to the LBC. Red Hot Chili Peppers, who won the Global Icon Medley Award, performed Black Summer and Can't Stop. Anita performed And Lover. Movimento de Sofonima, Bola Rabola, Vi, Malandra, and Lobby. Kanye Brown performed Grand. Maneskin performed Supermodel. Bad Bunny, Tite Me Pregunto from Yankee Stadium. And Panic at the Disco performed Don't Let the Light Go Out. Awards. Video of the Year goes to Taylor Swift. All Too Well, the short film. I think that Harry Styles should have won with As It Was. Song of the Year, Billie Eilish, Happier Than Ever. So that was a surprise. I think the winner should have been About Damn Time by Lizzo. Artist of the Year was Bad Bunny. It should have been Harry Styles. Best New Artist, Dove Cameron. Well deserved for her. Although Maneskin is who I thought was going to win. Push Performances of the Year, 17 with Rock With You. I thought it was going to be Gail with A, B, C, D, E, F, U. Best Calibration was Industry Baby by Lil Nas X and Jack Harlow. I thought it was going to be Sweetest Pie by Megan Thee Stallion and Dua Lipa. Best Pop was As It Was by Harry Styles. I'm not surprised. Best Hip Hop, Nicki Minaj featuring Lil Baby, Do We Have a Problem? I thought it was going to be Big Energy by Lotto. Best R&B, The Weeknd, Out of Time. Probably should have been the winner. Best K-pop went to Lalisa by Lisa. I thought it was going to be 17 with Hot or BTS with Yet to Come. That's who I actually thought was going to win. And then Album of the Year, Harry Styles, Harry's House. And then some of the other random lower tier awards we don't really have to get into. All right, Best Bet Time for real, brought to you by FanDuel. So yesterday's was a winner with the first half run line in the Twins Red Sox game. So for this one, I'm just going to go with the home underdog to win outright, and that's the San Francisco Giants. Going to lay a half unit on the San Francisco Giants straight up against the Padres. The difference in percentage to win is crazy. Giants are over 60% to win. They're a plus 106 dog. All right, that's it for the show. I'll be back tomorrow recapping the baseball games, looking ahead to tomorrow's games, WNBA semifinal game 2s, Major League Soccer, maybe Major League Baseball power rankings. We'll see. Inside linebacker rankings, news and notes, and best bet too. Have a great day, everyone.